Whatever. That's my reaction. I don't know if any of you vibe with it. You get to a point where you don't even like your own team. That's where I'm at. Sick airball by Malik Hall. You know what? Rico, your show. F it. I get no joy. I get no joy out of this team. None.
You got a different perspective, Mike. You are win or else why am I wasting my time?
That's correct. Why else do we watch sports? I'm sorry. Should I wait for a Rick Pizzo emotional story from the sideline? I want to win.
This comes from you told me you weren't even watching the game. That's why I wouldn't give you any updates.
What? You know what? You didn't need to. I kept my mouth shut for the first 30 minutes of this train wreck. And then I just boiled over. I couldn't take anymore. Ticket text. Somebody say something. And then I'll get to the lines at 5 because I'm an effing pro. It's what I do. But I really, I want it to end. No. I think I'm where Michigan fans are at. I don't want to watch this collection of human beings play basketball anymore.
No, what happened? The sad reality is they started shooting the lights out, and then to this game, they can't throw a penny in the ocean.
Yeah, well, good. Cry me a river. I'll get you a tiny violin.
You asked me. Okay, you know what?
I know. I know I asked you. I didn't want the answer.
And now you see, Kenny.
Rico is ahead of his time.
Oh, that wasn't it, but...
Oh, okay. Well, you pointed at me.
No.
Like, Mike's got his point. You
no,
got
I was
your
just
point.
saying, and that's why, Kenny, we have to sit in separate rooms.
Kenny, what's my point again?
We do not pay running backs.
Bam.
Can I read a text now? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Do whatever you want, buddy.
Get Malik Hall out the game. Go ahead.
Mike is watching the MSU game? Well, that explains it.
Oh, you're right.
Unnamed texter nailed that.
You're correct.
Yeah, except I didn't turn it on until they were down 10. Don't put that on me.
They made a comeback.
Put that on these bums.
They made a comeback. Yep, there it is.
I feel you, Mike. I went through the same rant yesterday on my wife after the Michigan game.
No, you get to a point where you'd rather it be over. That's how I was with MSU football this year.
Yeah.
It's an entertainment product, and when it ceases to be entertaining, I don't know what to tell you.
No, like I said, for them, the bar has just been lowered to, can you make it out the first weekend?
See, maybe that, you know what, Rico? Okay, you're right in everything you say, but here's the difference with me. See, I'm not into that. In college sports, there is no such thing as long-term rebuilds once you've established it. Mm-hmm. See, this is years on end of MSU being off. I shouldn't say awful. Awful's like DePaul, but there's a standard, and you either meet the standard or changes get made. And I think the problem I find myself in is they're never going to find a coach better than Tom, like they were never going to find a guy better than Mark, right? Mm-hmm. But nothing's changing, and it's the same thing on repeat, year on end. Mm-hmm. Tired of it. And I don't want to lower the standard. That's not the kind of fan I am.
Nope. But you say this is why I've lowered it because I'm like, this team is not a championship team. So I know that going into the games. So what?
No, I said neither was last year, neither was the year before. No. They've made it out of the first weekend once in the last 7 years.
Yep.
Mike's anger is cathartic. I'm yelling the exact same things at my TV screen right now.
I mean, look at the mistakes they make. That's not talent. No. It's stupid.
And see, I was the one being professional. Like, you know what? I'm just going to watch this game. We're going to stick with the show.
You've been a damn angel. It's not on you. I broke a promise to you. It's on me. It's okay. I couldn't take any more.
Michigan didn't come out lethargic. They actually started hot and then started to sit on their butts. This is ugly.
Yeah, you know what happened is Ohio State had a lot of injuries, but right now they're try-hard guy. And you let try-hard guy walk in here and score points and start believing they could win. They should not have been in this game.
And maybe this will speak to U of M fans. When your football program lost its identity of power football, finesse, not imposing will, that's where MSU basketball is at. If I were a former player of this team, I would be not rolling over in my grave because I'm not dead, but I'd want to throw up all over myself. Everything MSU basketball's been built on, they've lost. They don't play defense. They don't rebound. They're not tough at all. Can't close a road game to save their life. Go look.
No,
go look.
You know what the problem is, Mike? In the end of the games, A.J. Hogarth is taking shots. You know who's not taking shots? Tyson Walker. Tyson Walker is way too passive. When he have that killer instinct in the game, you can't beat State. Or even when they took Purdue down to the last second, Tyson had this great game. Iowa, great game. This one, when A.J. Hogarth and Malik Hall are touching the ball, it's a long day for you.
You know the problem is, too? It's a group of nice kids. Newsflash, I don't want nice kids. I want dogs.
They don't have They don't have an assassin. They don't have that guy that's just going to go out there and no matter what, he's going to score his 20-some points. But you're right. They're nice. They're a bunch.
Tired of it.
They don't have a real alpha.
Tired of it. I'm sick of it, and I don't want this to become Syracuse. I don't want this. So next year, Tom's got this super class coming in. Better do something.
Well, super class and a couple of guys actually, I think, are probably coming back too. So.
Oh, what a blessing. Kenny?
Pretty ugly from State today. They are a 3-point dependent team. Hopefully this is just an off game, but do you see this team being capable of making a Sweet 16 or better?
No.
It depends on who's in their bracket. I'd be honest with you, Kenny. I know what Mike's going to say, but he's reactionary right now. At the tournament, if you get the right team, yeah. But if not, right now they're going to probably end up on the 7 or 8 line, which means they're going to have to go up against the number 1 or number 2 seed. Good luck with that unless you play Alabama again, because I think Alabama
in the first round.
So what?
Be much easier. Just lose in the first round and let me enjoy the rest of my trip.
You were right, Rico. There's no other way to put it. Before the show, you were telling me that this would happen, and this happened.
Hey, bitch boy. Here's the deal. You're the one who holds your team to the same standard, so don't play that game with me. You're the same way with Georgia. Don't do it, Kenny. Don't. You sit there and cry when they don't physically impale their opponent. And Rico and I are going, Jesus, man, you won by 10, and it's not good enough. And you sit around the office all week going, wah, 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 wah. Meanwhile, you win 2 national championships in a row. So don't turn around and act like this is an unfamiliar dish. You serve it all football season long. I got a standard for my team. This is garbage. It's garbage. They got housed by a trash Ohio State team missing their best player.
Yeah,
don't act like you'd be any different there, Bulldog boy. Don't do it.
That's the sad reality is, they were minus Sensabaugh, who, and I think maybe that's what it was. They relaxed. They thought they had this thing. They took him for granted. And
that's coaching. There, coaching.
Yeah.
Argue it.
I'm not.
I know you're not. It was rhetorical.
Oh, okay.
I'm upset.
You'll agree with this text. At what point does Tom Izzo become holding accountable for this? Because it does not seem like he's done a good job.
Dude, it's right now. They got 40 losses the last 3 years. They've been out of the first weekend once since 2015. It's right effing now.
He drafted. He recruited.
Drafted. I wish we could draft.
He got a lot of good role players, but he doesn't have any alphas. He doesn't have the stars. I mean, you haven't had that star since Cassius left. That was it.
Imagine a double bye and you lose to the 13th seed in the conference tourney.
Well, they made history. That's the first 13th.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Now, and honestly, here's the deal. Rico knows this, and some of you will vibe with it, some of you won't. I'm old school as a fan. If you don't put banners up, the rest is filler. So an example, you don't win the regular season Big Ten title, and you don't win the Big Ten tournament. It's an empty season. Now, the only thing that can save you after that is a Final Four. Mm-hmm. And they ain't going there either. So when you want to know why I get pissed, here's why. You didn't win the Big Ten. You didn't come close. So now the Big Ten tournament represents an opportunity. It's an opportunity to attach a value. And I understand Michigan fans will go, yeah, but would you rather go 19-15 but make the Sweet 16 like we did? No, not really. I want banners. That's what it's about if you consider yourself a blue blood in college basketball. And I'm old school. And Rico will tell you, I'm old guy who yells at clouds and how people don't value or don't remember the regular season champ or don't remember the Big Ten tournament champ. But you know what I like? You walk into Breslin Center, and those banners are up there to tell you. That's what the sport's about. I still value that. And it's going to be another year where this team, honestly, they may as well start raising toilet paper up to the banners. That's all. That's it. Because it's blank.
Well, no, the most disappointing thing is they actually were one of the hottest. I mean, they started shooting the lights out, and you thought that it would carry over into the tournament. And it
but
didn't.
You know what the saddest part is? I'll tell you the saddest part. They are mentally incapable of playing away from home. Go look at the whole season. Collapsed at Iowa. Collapsed at Ann Arbor. Collapsed at Illinois. Collapsed at Madison Square Garden against Rutgers. Total no-show today. Collapsed at Indiana. Want me to keep going?
Double overtime victory in Indianapolis against Kentucky, though. You throw that in there. But
5 months ago.
Mike,
Fine. That absolves them of what they did the rest of the year.
No, it does not absolve them. You're making a point. I'm trying to just stop people when they text in saying, what about Kentucky? That's all.
I stopped.
Okay, no. I was just because I knew that was coming next. Well, what about when they beat Kentucky in double overtime? Blah blah blah.
Wow.
You're right.
You know what you are if you're texting in about Kentucky in October? You're Al Bundy talking about the city championship with Polk High.
No, it's pretty much
lost.
It's pretty much the entire Big Ten, which is why I don't think Purdue is going to win it at either. Take everybody out of their home court, and they're nothing.
I mean, Rico.
Ohio State is try-hard guy right now, and because they can't go to the tournament unless they win this whole thing because they got a losing record. Other than that,
can you imagine?
Yeah,
blew us out without their best player, and we look like we weren't even ready to play. And you know, I know what people will say. Oh, what are you going to say if they make the Sweet 16? I don't care about the Sweet 16. No, they're going to make the Final Four.
Here's the worst part about it: you just played them a week ago. You already have all the tape that you needed.
Exactly.
So it ain't like you played them back in January and they're a different team.
Right.
Same team from last Saturday.
Yeah. Sparty radio though, right? Yeah, I'm totally understanding. Maybe I'll put a piece in a newspaper calling this a half victory like some other people do. You guys do whatever you want to do. I could take it to 6. I'm pissed. Absolute nonsense.
Well, let's take it to 6 then.
Polk City High.
I mean, seriously, you just played 5-6 days ago, and that was your game plan.
You know the other thing that kills me, Rico, it's both schools in this state. Like you don't get a reprieve. Yesterday I watched Outer Space Nonsense from Michigan, and we followed it up with the same thing today. Like, do you remember when both teams were good? The showdowns, the elite level ball. Both ranked in the top 10, top 20, both capable of making runs.
Heck, I remember when they played each other like 3 times or 2 times in 8 days. The final game and then in the Big Ten tournament. Yeah.
This is just
the championship game. No, I remember that. Yeah, but now
our schools in this state better get it together, man. This is just, it's nonsense. All right, tampering Monday. We'll go back to the NFL. You want to talk about this stuff? Go for it. You know the phone number, 248-539-9797.